What's going on, everyone? You're back again with another video. In today's video, I haven't really made much content on the stadium creator. Obviously, it's been a huge implement of MLB this show, so I'm gonna look at some of the most popular stadiums today, and we're gonna check them out together. All right, so this stadium we're currently looking at is the Sandlot from obviously the famous movie, which everyone knows. It's actually a pretty cool design. I like the way they did this one. And it really does look like the movie with the trees, in the background. Obviously, they got that little house over there with the dog, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, this is an iconic movie. Obviously one of the best baseball movies. They got the little old school scoreboard right here as well, which looks pretty cool. And they had some nice buildings in the back where, they were running around the town and stuff. Getting the baseball, so it's a pretty cool one. We can preview the night mode, which is something new in MLB The Show 23 in the stadium creator. So this is what it looks like in the nighttime. So pretty cool overall for this stadium. I definitely think it would be a cool spot to play at. I don't know how it would perform in game though with the short walls, but definitely looks pretty cool. And so this one is supposed to be a sports complex, which is actually a really sick idea, which no one has really ever done. So if we take a nice zoom out here, we obviously see we got a soccer field over here with some stands. Then we have a nice football field with the track on there as well, with some of the seats blocking it. So it's actually a really interesting concept. This person done a really good job of making a really good landscape, obviously, around the stadium, which looks pretty cool. And honestly, I think they did a good job because it's one of the more interesting ones. There's also another baseball field over here, which I didn't even realize. So really cool idea. You got a little Hall of Fame section, looks like here. But really interesting idea. I've never really seen this done in the stadium creator like this. So, you could be hitting a ball to left field, or the people out here. We got some stands over here as well. But they took up, 93% of the data in the top right. So, interesting idea. Let's take a night preview mode of it and see how it looks, because it's probably pretty, lit up, I would imagine, and pretty much it is. So, really interesting idea, and I think it's pretty cool. So, let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section below. Little sports complex. I don't think it's my favorite one, but it's definitely a lot of effort was put into this one, so I can definitely appreciate that. All right, so the next one on our list is Caesar Palace's Park in Las Vegas, obviously for the A's. This one looks pretty sick overall. I really like this one a lot. And if we obviously take a nice zoom out, you can see the parking lot over here. They obviously have some mountains in the back. So I don't know, it looks pretty cool. I like these little glass, I don't even know what these are called, that he put nothing here. You also got this part which you can see through, which I think looks pretty cool as well. And obviously, it looks pretty cool, especially, it obviously chooses your favorite team for all the animations and stuff. So if I had the Vegas A's, it would look pretty sick right here. But yeah, I think this one just looks kind of cool overall. We obviously got the triple deck of seating right here, obviously the press box and all that stuff. And I think this one just looks cool, especially on the roof. Looks like we got some solar panels up here. And honestly, it looks like a really cool spot for a baseball game to be played at. Obviously, this little box right here is everything. And then we got the outside as well over here. So, I personally think this one looks really cool. I could definitely see why people are liking this one a lot for the stadium creator. It's actually hard to make these stadiums. I've tried to make a couple of stadiums in the past, and it's been kind of hard to do so. So, I got to respect the people that be doing this. Yeah, this one's cool. I think it's pretty cool, especially because, we actually have some decent walls over here that aren't the little stubs we have in the other stadiums. And there's a good batter's eye, which is nice as well, because some of the stadiums you play at, the batter's eye can be kind of terrible. So I think this one's a cool design, and I'm liking this one a lot. Let's take a look at the night preview of this one. And every time you go in the night mode, it seems to lag the game. I'm not really sure why, but you can see up it's pretty lightly Brit up. And then obviously, not really as lightly Brit as we go over there. But Caesar Palace Park, Las Vegas A's, looking really solid overall. Definitely, this is one of my favorite ones we've seen today. All right, so this one is up next. It's supposed to be a redesign of Comiskey Park. Obviously, one of the best stadiums I think the White Sox have ever had was Comiskey Park. So they tried to do it justice and make another one. I think this one's pretty interesting as well. It looks more like an actual stadium to me than like you could see this actually in real life than anything else. So looks pretty cool with this battery. They got the little berm grass up here, as well as we got this cool canopy that kind of lays over and has some seating over there. So it looks pretty cool. The wall I think that they used for this one's pretty cool. Definitely reminds me a lot of that Globe Life Field kind of area right there, which I think is pretty cool. And then overall we just had the 2 deck of seating, which was pretty much how Comiskey Park looked. And I think this old school style really feels like it's like that ballpark. So we can take a little out of view look right here. You can definitely tell that this area looks like that kind of entrance that they used to have. See how a wall sticking out, which is is kind of funny. But yeah, pretty cool park overall. If we take to the night mode right here, I think it's going to look pretty good overall. And there's a couple of dark spots of the stadium, obviously kind of near that scoreboard over there. But I think this is a cool spot, you know, the high life sky bar. I think that's a pretty cool spot. It looks like it could be like a concert too with what they got over here. So looking pretty cool overall for this one. Definitely I think does it justice to the old Kaminsky Park that used to be up there. So I think it's a really good job in the stadium. Alright, so the next one is one under the Golden Gate Bridge, which I think is a really cool concept. We can obviously zoom out here and see what we got going on. But this one kind of reminds me of like a high school field because, you know, it's squished in with this other stadium right here and the tennis courts and then the soccer. So it's another one of those complex ones, but I think it looks pretty cool overall. You obviously got that parking lot over there, which connects to the Golden Gate Bridge and then goes over there. You got the nice ocean here. Got some piers as well over here, which look pretty cool. Definitely reminds you of like an old school kind of park or complex that you would see nowadays. And then obviously got kind of the bayfront, you know, pier right here, which looks pretty sick overall. So the ideas people have come up with all these stadiums are really cool ideas, and I think that it's more like realistic, I think, than anything else with these stadiums, obviously. So take a nice low picture here. Obviously, what this night mode looks like, it's obviously going to be pretty lit up because it's a complex. And you can see that's pretty much how it is here. Obviously, the stadium being the most lit up part. But it's cool seeing the Golden Gate Bridge, you know, lit up like that. So honestly, really cool idea for a nice stadium, because this is something you would actually see in, like, you know, a typical complex or like even a high school field maybe, which I think is pretty cool. Also got the batting cages and pitching stuff over here. So really cool overall stadium. I think it's a really cool idea as well, because I think there's a stadium under the Manhattan Bridge that's like this as well, which all like squished in. So interesting idea, and I actually like it a lot. Alright, and the next one on our list is supposed to be kind of a city-like, old-school kind of stadium. You can obviously see with these stands right here and how they used to be set up, which I think looks pretty cool overall. And it definitely reminds you of that old-school kind of feel of, yeah, we used to have in like the 1900s and stuff like that. So we zoom out here, we have the old brick buildings, which I think looks pretty cool. Reminds me of a lot of like Fenway Park out here, with how the way the stadium's set up, with the brick obviously. A nice front interior right here. It's obviously called the Forest Heights Field, is the name of the park. And I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's definitely one of those stadiums you would see in like the older times. And I think this one is just really cool overall. And then you obviously zoom in the stadium. You obviously got the nice batter's eye, which I always like. And then you obviously got the nice walls, you know. Nothing crazy with the walls in these stadiums, but not bad overall. I like this one a lot. I think this one has a lot of character to it that you normally wouldn't see in other created stadiums. And then kind of has another street with more buildings on the outside. And I think it just looks really solid overall. So I would definitely want to play at this one as well. I think a lot of the stadiums people are making are really impressive, because the times I've tried to make a stadium, it's been like insanely hard. Like it's even hard to get like the stands like right on the wall sometimes. Like I don't know, it's really finicky sometimes. You're trying to build these stadiums. So the people that were really good at it, I definitely feel impressed. And it's cool they even have this little cutout for the nice little old school scoreboard right here, which is actually really interesting. So personally, I think this is a good one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all the stadiums that were shown in this video. I kind of like all of them. Here's a little nighttime version of this one, where it's, you know, just the stadium obviously getting lit up. Center field got no lights over there, so it's got a little bit darker. But I like all these stadiums. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all the stadiums shown off in this video. These were one of the most popular ones on the stadium, you know, vault, and I think they're all well deserved. I mean, people are liking them, people are playing them probably online, and I think they're really cool. And some of them have pretty high elevation as well, so that's kind of funny. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, me checking out the most popular stadiums in MLB The Show 23. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.